I know what you're thinking. A space heater? Really, David? Yes, a space heater for gamers at that. Hear me out. What up, everybody? How you doing today? My name is David Franco, and welcome back to my primary channel. I have to once again emphasize primary channel because I do have a secondary channel, which is called Creative Finance. It's linked right below. Hey, if you want to subscribe, check it out. I appreciate your support. Okay, so first of all, shout out to Dreo for making this video possible. Love you guys because I gotta say, I'm very impressed with your products. And it's not every day I rave about a space heater. Okay, so getting into details, this is the Dreo AtomSense space heater. And I'm looking at this from a gamer's perspective. And guys, I promise I'll explain why in a few moments. But first, let's jump into its features. So starting out, I gotta say, it's got a beautiful compact design, especially against modern furniture like this. This is my autonomous L-shaped white desk. And in my opinion, the black and silver contrast beautifully. And I see this contrasting beautifully in your home as well. Guys, design is everything. Let's face it, you don't want an ugly space heater in your house. I mean, I know I don't. I don't like ugly products, and this thing does not disappoint at all in its overall design. And speaking of design, we have an easy to use touch panel on top. Yes, there are no physical buttons on this unit as far as I'm concerned, which I personally love. This thing just feels modern all around. All right, so we've got plenty of controls to actually mute the audio in a quiet environment. You can increase and decrease the temperature. Duh, it's a space heater. Also, we have a timer control, which actually allows you to set the space heater to automatically turn off between 1 to 12 hours based on your preference. You can enable a 70-degree oscillation. In other words, this actually rotates up to 70 degrees. And finally, you can actually turn on a motion sensor using the onboard controls. And again, I'll talk about that in a bit, I promise. Also included is a remote. I love this thing. I mean, it basically allows you to do everything I just mentioned, but instead of having to get off up your butt, you can just use this remote. Boom. It's done. And by the way, check out the noise level. It's not bad, right? Not bad. This thing will not be waking you up out of your sleep anytime soon. Okay, but for now, let's turn that off. I don't want to get too hot. And actually, what's really cool is you'll see it counting down, leading to its eventual power off state. Give it a second. Boom. And speaking of heat, does this space heater actually heat? Because, guys, let's be honest here. If you're going to buy a space heater and it doesn't do a good job, well, then there's no point in buying that space heater, right? Obviously. And I gotta say, I'm not disappointed at all with the Dreo AtomSense space heater. This thing kicks some major butt. Seriously, it is the fastest working space heater I've ever personally used. And yes, I've used a space heater in the past. In my old house in Jersey, it was this big old tower. It was great, it did its job, but it's not nearly as powerful and modern as this guy is. Thanks to its hyperamics technology, which actually includes a custom 9-blade fan design, you can actually get up to 70 degrees in less than 2 seconds. 70 degrees Fahrenheit, that is, in 2 seconds. Maxing out at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Why you want this to be at 95 degrees Fahrenheit is beyond my understanding, but hey, we all have different needs for a space heater. I mean, this thing could be great in a garage, a small garage at that. And yes, of course, Dreo does feature larger space heaters. More on that in a moment. However, let's focus on the smaller model for now because I still have a lot more to say. Let's talk about safety because a space heater, as great and convenient as this thing is, you might be concerned for your overall safety or your family's safety. Worry no more because the Dreo AtomSense space heater has overheat protection as well as tip over protection. I've never used a space heater with that kind of tech before, so I think that's really cool. So in other words, just picture maybe a child or a cat, especially me. I mean, guys, there's no secret, I'm a cat freak. I love me some cats. And well, let's just say, for example, one of my many cats walks in and knocks the space heater over. This thing will actually turn off automatically based on its tip over motion, thus being 100% safe for a home environment. Definitely something you want to keep in mind. Alright, so let's talk about motion sensing. In the beginning of this video, I teased that this is the perfect space heater for gamers. Yes, I realize this isn't technically a space heater for gamers. I mean, it obviously doesn't have RGB, it's not overclocked with the CPU or anything. That's just me being nerdy. But seriously, I have to say this, guys. Picture this in your gaming room, or picture this in your office, because it does have a motion sensor that will actually turn on and off based on your actual presence. Picture this, you're walking into your gaming room, you're getting ready for a long night of gaming, and your hands are cold. You can't game with cold hands, guys. I've been there, especially as a PC gamer. There's just something about your reaction time where your fingers just feel too cold to game. And I know, that sounds crazy saying it out loud. However, my gamers know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Let me know right below in the comments. Have you ever gamed with cold hands? It's not fun. Well, thanks to the motion sensor of the Atom Sense, this thing will actually turn on based on my motion, and of course turn off as well, because if it doesn't sense motion within about 3 minutes, it will automatically turn itself off, which is great for safety and overall energy costs. Alright, so overall, I gotta say, this is an awesome space heater, guys. I don't have any major complaints. I mean, it does exactly what it advertises to do. It heats up a room quickly at that, again, maxing out at 95 degrees Fahrenheit, heating up to 70 Fahrenheit in just under 2 seconds, which is insane. It oscillates, it's got a remote, it's got motion sensing all around. It's a great product. I love it. I don't have any major complaints. However, with that said, I do have one small request to Dreo if you guys are watching, and well, maybe this is me just being picky, but I think it would be great if this thing had a built-in magnet as well as the remote where I could just attach it to the device. That way I don't lose it, especially with your larger model. And speaking of that, one moment please.
A few inches later.
Check that out. Dreo was nice enough to not only send me the small Atom Sense units, but the big daddy on the block. This thing is absolutely incredible. And while obviously this one is better for filling an entire room with heat, whereas with this one, it's great for filling a small area of your office and or a gaming room. Hence why I decided to focus so much on this video from a gamer's perspective. But yo, Dreo, I gotta say thank you so much. I really do appreciate your generosity in sending me 2 units. Simply put, I am loving both of these space heaters, and of course, if you guys are interested, both of these products are linked right below on Amazon. Treat yourself. Hey, it's the holidays. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting someone a space heater because let's face it, we want to be comfortable this holiday season. And while obviously temperatures are going to be getting lower and lower as we head into January, and especially February, so stay warm. And of course, one more huge thank you to Dreo for making today's video possible. I appreciate it. And of course, to you guys watching, if you have any questions regarding either of these products, let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best to help. Please click that like button. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And thank you so much. I got nothing else to say. I love these space heaters. I'll talk to you guys soon.